Greetings, my friends. This is Gilles Mansillon. I come back to speak about spirituality, to share some wisdom from what I can feel, know, and understand. And I want to talk about, today I wanted to talk about frequency, about vibration. For everything is vibration. We all vibration. Everything is vibration. Atoms are vibration. Thoughts are vibration. And within vibration, there is frequency patterns and layers and all kinds of things in the planes and so on. And so, as Nikola Tesla said, everything is about frequency. So we want to continue to align our frequency, to elevate our frequency into a relationship to the one divine I am, that is all our true self within ourselves, the essence of all that is. For we cannot be more or less than one. It's very important to realize that. We'll never be more or less than one. When all the ones will be one, the one will finally be able to be in full in everybody will be in paradise. It's like but right now we're learning through the process, so it is very important to continue to have we have to deal with whatever comes through from our heart, and it can be challenging at time, but it can also be very fulfilling. And what we seek is to align with the divine I am, that I am, this highest frequency that we can commune with the Creator, with God, which is a frequency that's already there. God already is. For God is more than frequency, but He knows the perfect frequency and form and time to communicate with us. And so just do not continue to call on your Creator. Do not forget your Creator that has infinite power, infinite love, and infinite wisdom. And for God cannot be in any way, shape or form else. Everything else is a process that is growing back towards that source. And so we need to integrate whatever experience, frequency we are led to, this frequency of light and sound, to feel and to experience, to integrate and become one with. And we have to trust in the divine timing, which is not easy. It's really hard sometimes to have to suffer through, because time separates us from resolving a situation or fulfilling a situation. And so it's but since, like Marcus Aurelius, which is a great king philosopher, was saying, it's like the earth is not good or evil. It is a place where souls come to experience good and evil. So it's about elevating our frequency back to the unity of the one, and not resist what comes through our consciousness. Because it comes because so many things that come through our consciousness. There is subconscious, there is the ego, there is the demons, there is the angels, there is the higher self, there is our monad, there's the company of heaven, all kinds of spirits that we can attract, that can whisper thoughts in our mind. And of course, the great presence of the I am. For God is at the end. God, for me, it's like right now, it's the great interpreter of all those kind of things. Sometimes there is certain spirit that comes into my energy field, but I would never know. They come to help me in some ways, but my I am presence tells me of the presence of that spirit, which assists me in making a stronger connection. For this I am presence is the Spirit of God that comes as a minister to the human mind. And the higher mind always take in consideration our mental and emotional and positioning of our condition in free will. So it's like, but at the end we're maneuvered back to what the soul wants. So, because in the quantum field we affect everything, and everything affects us. So it's all one. Everything that comes through our consciousness is filtered through the celestial imprint that we had when we were born, like, such as natal astrology, and we perceive everything. For the natal astrology is unique to each and every one of us, but it's exactly, we don't want to come out of that frame, because all the lessons and good deeds and destiny is already imprinted within those filters of consciousness. So it's about knowing ourselves, understanding this incarnation, the filters of our triggers, everything we need to grow and learn from. And but it's sometimes what comes through the heart is very challenging. It can also be very fulfilling, but there is all kinds of energy that separate us from experience because of time and space, which is they say it's an illusion, but we experience it nevertheless. So it is as we seek to experience this higher frequency, we are able to align with a future that is very, very fluid. Did I pull some cards? we'll pull some cards. I thank you so very much for supporting the channel, for subscribing, for liking, for sharing, for commenting, and for your donations. I thank you so very much. It's still very useful to me right now. And the highest wisdom is to be very anchored. It's chopping wood. So it's about being very anchored within each of our little details of our life. Everything is important. The highest wisdom is a new life, a brand new life that is before us. New frequency, new energy, new flow. What we need to understand is the house cleaning, and there is certain house cleaning that we need to do. Continue to do this house cleaning. That's what we need to understand. What we need to do is may the truth be. We need to be our truth, to live our truth, to express our truth. For the higher truth there is many revelations. More and more, the light is penetrating into the matrix to dissolve it, and the outcome is the higher powers to learn to work in coordination with the invisible forces of the universe. Excuse me. The basic idea is to understand we have our own personal guys. They're like they're not little spirits. They are generals that command armies in heaven. And so as our mission becomes more important, we will be assigned with various spirits. But on the earth, it's very important to let people decide, make up their own mind. On the soul level, every soul has made already the choice to see if they're going to ascend or not. The choice is no longer up. There is no longer choice on that. If a soul wakes up later on, it's because our soul had made that decision to awaken. But everybody's going to have to stand before the great light. It's like, but then there's many little choices that determine the condition of the rest of our incarnation here, and that is sometimes subject to free will in relationship to some people. I was facing yesterday some very challenging situations. That's why I couldn't come and make this video. I didn't want to be negative, not to be, so I wait a little bit. So everything is about possibility, probabilities, or certainties. It all comes from the rich field of potential. So it's like there's those possibilities. Probably it's much better to lean on certainties. And there are certain things I'm certain, and so sometimes I may doubt the certainties, or I may believe that a possibility is a certainty. So that's where the confusion can come. Sometimes what we need to continue to cultivate this sense of allowing, to be gentle, to be kind to ourselves and others, to take consideration of not to exhaust ourselves in the process of serving, but always know that that's what we came here for, to serve. The highest wisdom from the Akashic perspective is the wishes. There is certain also the promises. So it's like sometimes I feel my soul made some promises, but I feel they're invalid because of certain cosmic situation that I've evolved. So I'm not really sure. So my spirit said, no longer make any promises. So just be in the present and react and act in relationship to what is the situation. But a certain soul contract that if they anchor deep inside, they will come back until they're fulfilled. The highest wisdom is the body of desire, the lower self. It's the controlling body of desire. It's like devil, It's like wow. It's like the devil will control through our subconscious mind, what we call the devil, the ego, the illusion, the lower self, the demons, whatever. They will control us through that. So it's very important to disengage from negative addictive patterns, or negative addicting thought patterns, or negative people. So it's like, it's not to judge them, it's just to protect our energy. And if they're here in our life, they have a reason to be here. But once we learn the lesson, we can turn into love in relationship to that, not to be triggered by negative emotions. Then they will live naturally, because sometimes we go. It's like two boats that are leaving the port, but going to different destinations. Eventually we'll all come back, we'll all meet at the source back home eventually. What we need to understand is forgiveness. Forgiveness. I'm working on that, because otherwise I couldn't even come yesterday, because I was face to face with the acceptation that this deep relationship that's been part of my life day and night for over I know her for like 3 years, but for like 1 year, it's been so intense. I had to let it go because she made the choice to make her life with somebody else. We know each other from past life. We just haven't had a chance to meet yet because I can't receive her or anything like that. So it's like it affected me a lot more than I expected to have to accept that. It was very. But I'm in peace today, so I forgive her, and let us forgive ourselves for anything and everything. Unconditional forgiveness. I forgive myself, and I forgive you. Know that God forgives you, because we all have things that we've done unconsciously that we can definitely use some forgiveness for. A lot of illness comes as a result of lack of forgiveness. It's not easy to say something that to somebody who's suffering, but and painful because of us. And what we need to do is to be the healer, to continue to be forgiven, to overcome our limitation of to see the wholeness in things, to bring good energy, no attachment, but in the healing. And so because it's like, and it's not about the ego. I did this, I did that, I healed this, I healed that, I healed the planet, I healed. Because as we continue to cultivate the love and light of the source, we use that too for the planet, for the people, you'll see there is a great effect, and it happens, but it's not a matter of ego. It is the source itself that used you as a vehicle for that transformation. But the source is very. Is fully understanding of all the ins and outs, and at the end, everything will be fully understood and fully balanced. It is just a scenario we have to accept, to go through, to dance with it, and the outcome is going to be romantic life. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have fun. It's very pleasurable. Let's say for this life that is coming. It's very a lot of love, romance for those who are open to that. It's like some people do not want to bother with it because it's like whoa, but when it comes, we have no choice. We have to deal with it. I'm going to pull a few cards. I hope this message was educating and entertaining for you. The cards are mostly entertainment, but they're kind of a funny reflection, not funny, but they're kind of a wise reflection of certain things, of what we need to be exposed to at any moment. The observer of the day is about having fun. It's about playfulness. You see, it's like because I came into this fun thing here, the quantum field influenced the card to give us this card of playfulness. The more we are able to tune into a frequency, the more it will attract more of that frequency. So it is, let's see, past, present, future. We have the same inside as in the French video. The past is the duality, is schizophrenia. We're pulled in many different directions. Sometimes I used to feel like life was trying at night when I'm very super busy on the psychic level. It's like life is forcing me to dance, but now they want me to jungle, they want me to base jump, they want me to do all kinds of things on the psychic level. It's like sometimes it's like whoa, it's like, do I create all this? It's like so from there, we are able to eliminate all the towers are falling. It's like the healing. It's a healing. It's like getting rid of this process is allowing us, we're using the violet fire or the presence of the angels or whichever way, to actually transmute a lot of energy, and then eventually our past will understand all the past as love. As friendliness, right now there's still thorn within the perception that we may have of the past because there were traumas and so on, or the time experiences in general. It's like everybody suffers down here. Life is suffering, as the Buddha used to say. But eventually we are able to put all of that in order, forgive all our past, and see that as everything was training us, and if something feels incomplete, life is always be able to complete it in some energetic level, in whichever frequency, because we eventually we're going to be able to operate on a multiple level of frequency, such as the sub-universe, the 12-dimensional sub-matrix, although the third and fourth dimension may disappear from the earth eventually. So after that, the present we live with where we are now is possibilities. It's really possibilities, and it's like this eagle is really flying high in the sky, but it's like really looking at all that is going on down there. When we see something, we'll be able to act upon it, and then we'll be guided. There is the nothingness, the great void, the divine void. And in the future, we're going to be able to compare. We needed to compare, we needed to experience what was completely antagonist to the things we wanted, really wanted, in order to appreciate those things that will be given that are really wanted. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. It's like this comparison was necessary to experience the full spectrum of the Earth's experience. And what will come is trust. We're going to be able to do that base jumping after all, to trust, to jump. Within ourselves, we need forgiveness, very important, because there is a certain level of guilt that was created by circumstances, and it's very important to let go and to have forgiveness, because it's like we have to be deconditioned of the past conditioning. It's really to let go of the sheep mentality, to be driven by our ego desire body, to be by ego mind of criticism and judgment and lack and all that. It's really that the card of the devil in the traditional tarot. And from within, we also have the source. Once we allow, we understand that, and we meet all the challenges with love and light, the more and more we'll be able to discover this deep empowerment, put a hand on the light, to touch the source, to feel the creative power. And on the outside world, there is a little bit of monotony. For me, it's like I'm not being able to paint. I can't really be social. I'm doing all that I can from within. So it's like I'm still doing a lot of work for the planet and in many places in the planet. But it's like the ordinary. It's like sometimes it's okay to accept the ordinary and try to see that there is extraordinary. It can be extraordinary moment within the ordinariness of life. At which point we find the silence, we find the star, we find the realization of our desire. It is very, very important to find the moments of silence within our mind and our environment, to shut out all of the matrix for us for like a moment. And so I'm going to sing a song and pull out a few more cards. So this song can pull out a few songs, but this one can a little bit, we're going to put some color back into life. It's like we're going to reach the color. For now, we're still in the grays. At first in 3D it's black and white, in 4D it's like all the grays, but when we get into 5th and 6th dimension, there's plenty of colors, and we're gonna get there. For now it's like it's a song that talks about somebody who's a bit depressed, and so that's what the way I was feeling yesterday, so I thought I sang it to evacuate it maybe. But it's a great song, it's a very famous song from the Rolling Stones, it's called Painted Black. La 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 la. La 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 la. I see a red door and I want it painted black. No colors anymore, I want them to turn black. I see the girls walk by in their summer clothes. I have to turn my head until my darkness goes. I see a line of cars and they all painted black, with flowers and my love both never to come back. I see people turn their head and quickly look away, like a newborn baby, it just happens every day. I look inside and see my heart is black. I see a red door, I must have it painted black. Maybe then I'll fade away and not have to face the fact. It's not easy facing up when your whole world is black. Da 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 dum. Dum 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 dum. No more will my green sea turn a deeper blue. I could not foresee this thing happening to you. If I look hard enough into the setting sun, my love will laugh with me before the morning comes. I see a red door and I want it painted black. No colors anymore, I want them to turn black. I see the girls walk by in their summer clothes. I have to turn my head until my darkness goes. No, 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 no. I wanna see it painted black, black as a night, black as coal. I wanna see the sun blooded out of the sky. I wanna see it painted black. La 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 la. Well, I'm sorry if it's maybe not cheerful song, but it's a nice song nevertheless. So just let us get ready to see the colors, so we can paint a beautiful canvas with our energy field, the energies of our life. What the highest wisdom is to understand you are protected. I am protected. The planet is protected. And we're protecting, we're guarding a vision, we're guarding an energy. We are the protector. And as there are many guardians in the universe. The highest wisdom is destiny, the stairway to heaven, and the glorious, for it is the glory of God. But as we reveal it, we participate in that glory. So tune in to your higher self, call on your source, invoke your creator on top of your head so his light can infuse within your body. What we need to understand is the work. There is a lot of work that will need to be done, and there is a lot of work has been done, but we're going to move into a different frequency in relationship to our service action. What we need to do is family. It's really difficult to, but not difficult for me. I'm like very challenged because I feel this person is family, and I have to let her go, and so it's like difficult. But it's like everything will be balanced out, everything will be fair, everything will be in alignment. It's like because we need to make our own choices, and we'll attract our own tribe, our own family. For it's like there is a family we were born in, but there is a family that will soul family that will be coming together at last. For that will bring us great well-being. And the outcome is humility, to stay humble, to stay simple, to stay spiritual, to not try that. Sometimes you need to guide, you need to lead, you need to do not be shy in relation, to be humble, but not too humble. Do not make excess of humility. So because we do need this empowerment, but we want to keep our heart humble in order to continue to receive and to continue to learn, to be in this alignment, to stay within this alignment in order to make always the most empowered decision. I thank you so very much. I wish you a wonderful day, and may God bless you, and I'll talk to you later. Salat.